Hey everybody, Reese Fontaine here. Welcome to Coyote Bushcraft. Today I'm going to talk to you all about my all-time favorite trap, and that's the Figure 4 deadfall. It's a super awesome trap for a number of reasons, but once you know what you're doing, it can be extremely effective. And what's really cool about it is all you need to make it is your knife. And even if you don't have a knife on hand, you can even just use different edges of rocks and stuff to construct one of these. So it's a great survival trap. So I'll real quickly just demonstrate how it works, and then we'll get into the components so you can make your own and set your own. But basically how it works is the animal you're going after, in this case rodent, comes on in. Right here at the end of this stick is the bait. Tugs on that stick, shoots the sticks out, and the rock comes down and crushes that animal. And there you have it. With no further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll discuss each individual piece, and then we'll go see what we can get. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss the different components of the Figure 4 deadfall. So it consists of 3 different sticks, and then you're also going to have a flat rock on the bottom and a flat rock on top. If you don't have rocks in your area, you can use nice big logs as well. But you want to make sure when it comes down, it's a flush connection. And there's not big grooves and hollow areas in those rocks where that animal can slide out. So 2 flat surfaces are really crucial. Alright, so the first stick we're going to talk about is the post stick. Pretty simple. All you have is basically what I like to call a flathead cut up here, because it resembles a flathead screwdriver. And then down below that you have 2 sides that have been flattened out, and that's going to create this 90-degree angle right there. So that's all the post stick is, the flathead cut and this 90-degree angle right here. Next we have what I like to call a lever stick. You have another one of these flathead cuts here on the top, and then you have this wedge stopper knot down here at the bottom. And then finally we have our bait stick, and this consists of one of those wedge stopper knots on the top. Halfway on the side you have another wedge stopper knot, and then up here at the top I kind of carve it into a point and I rough it out with my knife so that the fingernails of whatever rodent can get caught there. This is where you're actually going to be putting your bait. In this case I rubbed peanut butter on, and I basically almost smeared it as much into the stick as I could so that the animal's really got to work at it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and set this up and show you how I go about doing that. So I'm going to take my post stick and I'm going to take my lever stick, and I'm going to go ahead and put them together. So I'm going to take this stopper knot and put it right at the top of this flathead. Set up my rock the way I want it. Find a spot that feels balanced. So that right there feels pretty good. And then I'm going to take my bait stick. I'm going to connect it right in with that 45-degree or that 90-degree angle that I cut in on that post stick. And then I'm going to take my lever. Now I'm going to take my lever and I'm going to bring that down to this other stopper knot. And it should feel pretty secure. And there you go, you have it all set. And something I like to do to just increase my odds, especially since I'm going for little rodents, is you want to make it a really hair trigger. So by offsetting the trap, you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out a little bit and just offset everything so that it's just barely hanging on. Just like that. It's going to take very little pressure for that to go off. There you have it, folks. I got a whole lot more of these set up, so I'm going to go check those out, and if any luck, we'll have a little meal. Alright, looks like we had another trap go off. Nice. Mouse number 2. Alright, let's see if we can get 3. Nice. Alright. Alright, so I went ahead and checked all my traps, and out of the 8 traps that I set, I ended up getting 3 mice. So 3 out of 8. That's a pretty good ratio, and I'm pretty happy with that. So can't let any meat go to waste. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook these suckers up. I'm going to get a couple wild edibles from around here to throw into the meal, and we're going to have a nice wild meal tonight. Alright, so here we have it. Got some mice, some wild ramps, some wild onion, and a dryad saddle, also known as pheasant's back. So all in all, pretty good meal. Just gonna go ahead and whip up a fire and cook them on the coals. Alright, there we have it, folks. A 100% primitively caught wild meal, straight from the bush, cooked right on the coals. It's about as primitive, about as basic of cooking as it gets. That being said, it looks great, and I'm going to go ahead and dig in. For as basic of a meal as it is, it's nice. I'm enjoying it. You're not filming this, are you?